got. Like to welcome you guys to another one take review. Your boy Big Dog back with a review, and this time we got one for Tou Story 4. I know, it's a little late. Review a little late, everybody, but just bear with me. Just saw it today. I've been busy. This movie is a movie nobody asked for. I don't think nobody was like, hey, what do we need? I think everybody was like, hey, if it ended perfectly. Like, you had your great trilogy. Like, what do we need a fourth for? And the trailers were good, but it's like, well, hey, did you see the fork? Like, what the heck? It's like, what is this movie? Oh, Lord Jesus, how they do it again. They did it again. 4 for 4. Listen, it's ridiculous. This movie gets you within the first 5-10 minutes. It gets you, and you just like, somebody here cutting onion? Like, I'm in a theater just looking around, like, it's mostly parents and children, so why somebody must be cutting onions so they go home and cook when they leave here or something. You know what I'm saying? Then it was dust flying up everywhere. I'm like, oh Lord, what is in my eyes? This movie is great. Straight up and down, it's great. It's to me, it's the funniest of all the Tou Story films, and I think the Tou Story films are just great overall. Like, it was one of the greatest trilogies. Now it's one of the greatest quadruples of all time, because this movie makes a case for why it's necessary. Like, it does things I did not expect. Like, the ending I still don't know how I necessarily feel about the ending. It does things well. Like, it one thing I would say about this movie that I feel like, I ain't gonna say it's lacked, but I felt like, okay, that if I was to complain about something, it kind of gave like the original crew, like, you know, Slinky, Ham, Rex, it gave them kind of like less to do. It gave Buzz a couple of things, but like the cast, the group of, toys you know and you grew up with, they kind of, I ain't gonna say shoved them to the back, but they just kind of was like, they weren't as involved as they are in they were in like the previous films. This one you have like new people. You need Bunny and Ducky, played by Key and Peele, who are absolutely hilarious. Like, I'm talking like on the flow, laughing hilarious. We get Bo Peep, the return of Bo Peep, who is like a complete and total badass, like in every meaning of the word. Like, she is super cool. You get to see like what happened with her, like what she's been doing these few years. You meet Duke Kaboom, played by Keanu Reeves, who is having like a tremendous year with this. I'll always be my maybe, and John Wick, like he's crushing it this year, because I loved his character, and this one, I think another thing they did different was like, you didn't necessarily have a villain. I usually like the best villains are people who don't think they're villains. In this case, it's kind of similar to that. You know what I'm saying? You kind of understand what's going on and the motive behind the person. They might go about it the wrong way, but you kind of understand them, and then it makes you feel sympathetic for that person. So I don't think it's like a true villain, like in the instance of like Sid or like what was the fat guy name who stole Woody in the second? Like, it's nothing like that. Or Lozo, the bear in the third one. I'm terrible with names, and I just watched it the other day. But anyway, like, this person is different. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, it was a very adventurous. The story is pretty much like Woody's trying to save Forky and get him back to Bonnie, who is a toy that she made, and like you get to where like Woody's trying to do this, why Woody cares so much. It lands. Like, the movie just works. Like, as simple as that, the movie just works. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about the ending still, because the ending, like, you see some things that happen after, you're like, okay, that's cool, but like, if a 4 were to happen, it kind of makes you wonder, like, yo, what would, if a 5 would have happened, it kind of make you think, like, what would happen? Like, this really, like, you know how 3 felt like the end? Like, this really feels like, nah. And like, you can do something, but in your mind, you kind of like, there's something that would kind of like, I think would tear people apart a little bit if they did do a fifth one. If if certain things didn't go a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Because I think this journey, it was this led to this, and it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I like what happened. So I have to give Tou Story an A. Can't get quite to an A plus, simply because a couple things, like I said, I feel like some characters didn't get utilized as much as I probably want to see. And this is just my personal opinion. You could be an A plus. It's just things that I kind of wish would have happened. Like, it was funny. Once again, like the villain, I dug the villain. It's just, it fits right in with the other Tou Story films. If somebody says it's their favorite Tou Story film, I'm not gonna argue with them. Like, to me, like I said, it's definitely the funniest of them all. Congratulations, Disney. You did it again. Jesus. You guys let me know what you thought about this film down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.